Freestyle tonight?
Yeah, that's good. A little freestyle segment.
No, don't test him. He'll pull something nice out.
Shit, no, don't put me on a freestyle. I haven't freestyled him. This dude will make me look silly on a freestyle. I know that much. This boy can
I ain't done that in a long time.
We'll wait till next time. You come prepared next time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'll have 50 bars and we'll say it's a freestyle.
All right, here we go. So we heard music from Indigo Jones with Unearth, the latest from Isquatl with Conquest, and also Mad One and Ruler Y with Yesterday's Rain. This is the Urban Suite KMOD, My Snap Radio, D Major, Cheryl Meadow, Indigo Jones, and Corey Mack
Yeah.
in the facility tonight.
Yeah.
How did you two collab, find each other? I mean, what's the connection, man?
Well, we both used to work at Gold's Gym together. And
Word.
Yeah.
That sounds so dope.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right, like we both worked at the gym
Yeah,
together.
you know, we ran that front desk shit. Yeah, we were the gatekeepers of your
Giving
place.
everybody a free membership. You know, if you saw me at the front, you don't have to worry about signing in for nothing. I got you.
It was funny, actually. One time we got this new operations manager.
Yeah.
And, he was going around meeting everybody. And within the day of knowing Corey, he pulled Corey aside and was like, hey, man, I'm going to need you to lower your voice a little bit.
Wow.
And Corey came up to me. Never seen Corey this pissed off in my life. He was like, "He's trying to censor me, that motherfucker."
I don't like that. You know what's funny is the one thing I hate. I don't know why. I just hate when people tell me like to quiet down because my voice is just naturally loud.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it like bugs me. I can't stand when someone tells me like to be a little quiet. And what's funny is I turn it on him. I get even more.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm just gonna be louder now."
I get even more loud. I kill him with kindness, but just at a high decibel, So
Yeah, and so yeah, we'd be at work, and then Corey would come up to me, start freestyling and stuff, expecting me to kind of come back with a flow, and I have been
Freestyled since that time that I mentioned, and so it's been all writing lyrics.
so I would just stare at him like, hey, that was pretty good, man. And
Yeah, I think it was around the time that Tyler started working with us. I think I'd already been there for a while, and I was just ready to drop my 8th mixtape, Hotter Than the Radio 2, and I think that's what he was talking to me a lot about. Was he was asking for a lot of advice. How should I do this? What should I do? What are you doing? This kind of stuff. We were gonna collab, but then it ended up that I started working at the radio station, and just kind of started going my own way.
Mm-hmm.
But we had followed each other on Instagram. I saw him drop the what was the mixtape called again?
Campus Marbles?
Campus Marbles.
Yeah.
So I saw that. I saw him put out a couple songs, and I'm just paying attention. I think for me at the time, I was just really involved in radio and making sure that I was, landing an on-air spot and pushing my career forward.
Yeah.
I just wasn't involved in doing anything else. I think it was like January, like the new year this year.
Really?
He's starting to prep for his new project that you've been playing, long story short.
Right.
And I'm listening to some of the tracks that he's putting out, and I'm like, man, you're really coming with it. And not only that, but what I love about Indigo is he's got just a completely different style than that typical San Antonio style that you would normally hear. Like I said, real backpack hip-hop kiddish. Not to make it sound like young, but real, backpack hip-hop kid style. And I was like, I really want to help him get to the next level. And now that I've kind of had my foot in radio, I think right now I've been in it for like 2 years and 3/4, so almost going on 3 years. Yeah.
Wow.
I just feel like I've met a lot of people. I've met a lot of famous artists. I've gotten to talk to a lot of their managers, their PR people, A&R reps that come through. Just getting little information here and there. And I was like, you know what? This guy has got such a dope style. It's so different from San Antonio. Like I was telling you earlier, it's so marketable. In what the content that he's delivering and putting out there. Yeah. I was like, man, Indigo's he's got a future. So I would just love to be a part of it and help him out any way I could.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm totally open to any sort of advice,
Yeah, like I said, Cheryl and I, when we go out and just happen to run into people, sometimes we don't know their background, whatever, but every little bit of information, every little nugget is just more in our arsenal that will be able to help people out to, try to get them to focus and, follow the path that they need to be on. So, Kudos, man.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I think I loved being a hip hop artist. I mean, don't put it past me. I would, God, if I had a chance at really making it, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But what I saw on my path was that I didn't have someone like me to Indigo now. That guidance. I mean, it's a long road, and there's a lot of missteps you can take.
Yeah.
And enough missteps can literally put you out of the race. It's not that I feel like I had a lot of missteps, but I just didn't have that solid team around me, that solid guidance. I saw that he has, his brother with him, Ryan, doing a lot of photography and visuals. Shout out Ryan P right here, man. Yeah. So when I saw that he was doing a lot of that, I said, shit, you've already got one major factor that you're going to need. Right. Someone that shoots legit videos for you. That is the visual presence that you need in this industry.
Yeah.
It makes or breaks it.
Seriously.
And that's what I didn't have.
Because if you hear, you're hearing a song for the first time and you can tie a visual aspect to it, then every time you hear that song after that, you think about the video. So, I mean, you tie two senses to it, it's, a very likely chance that you're going to vibe with that track.
Yeah.
And so I'm very lucky to be able to live with my brother who is interested in filmography.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not something that you just run across. So I saw that, I said, shit, man, you've got great beat selection. One of the things that grabbed me was beat selection. I'm very me being a hip hop artist. I'm real key on the beats that artists use. So right away, the beat selection caught me off guard. I was like, okay, the flow and the approach to a beat, his style really caught me off guard. I said, okay, it's really different. It was just these couple different things that kind of caught me up, and I was like, okay, you know what, we could run with something. Yeah. And I bet you haven't thought about doing this, or this, kind of like almost like this interview tonight. Yeah. I didn't get the chance to do an interview when I was a hip hop artist, and I would have loved a moment like this, because it is a big moment for you, especially when it's your first one. Yeah. And like I said, y'all's platform is so amazing from what I see y'all do, and putting so many local talent on the scene. I said, this is where Indigo needs to be, and so
exactly. And it's awesome because I can just hit up this guy in the middle of the night for any sort of advice. So it really is, like you said, a blessing to have somebody there who's sort of been through the fight a little bit to sort of guide your hand in the right direction. So yeah, definitely thankful for having Corey work with me, man.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. We got just a little bit of time left, so let's talk about the current project.
Okay, the one that we just put out. Long story short. Yeah, man. So that took longer than I expected. We were, sitting in the apartment cycling 30 to 35 songs off of that 5-song set list, and we were just like, I wrote a new one. Let's exchange that out. No, let's exchange this one out. Until, finally, actually, the EP was supposed to be called "Life Is But a Dream," and I was supposed to have like 15 songs on it. And, we weren't making any progress with it until one day I was just kind of sitting thinking to myself, I was just like, just fucking put it out. Like, long story short, just give them the long story short version of it. And I was like, oh, there we go. Immediately hit up my cover artist, and I was like, hey, we need to make a change on that title. Took care of that, and then...
and what's funny is you kept it 5 tracks.
Right, yeah.
So it is like actually 5. A long story, real short.
That's right, yeah, because the rest of them felt like, very just extra fat on there. So I was kind of just like, give them the 5 core songs. Long story short, let's get after it. And then going forward, I think that's the route I'm going to take. I'm going to do little 4-song EPs. Working on a new one right now. So
okay. What can we look for on a new project?
Sort of the same style, a little more matured. I like the atmospheric sounds very much so. The very OVO type, like chords and all that.
Those like long strung out chords. Right, yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, you can tell like 40 produced it or something like that. I very much am going to be leaning more towards that side.
We need to work on that 40 production,
If anybody is listening, I need a 40.
But we got that OVO connection.
Right? A little more melodic stuff. Gonna have some melodic rap going on there. Just kind of adapting with the times,
Maybe a Corey Mack feature.
Yeah, the Corey Mack feature.
Yo, I might come out of retirement, Major. I might do it, man. I'm debating.
Don't debate too long because we got to get it on air.
Yeah.
We'll do that. That'll be a premiere. We'll come up for that.
Hell yeah.
So is it too early to ask for an ETA when it may be released?
Possibly a bit too early.
Okay.
Still in the construction.
Still
the
in
blueprint. The
formative
blueprint process, right?
The formative regions of my mind, yes, for sure.
Cool. Like I said, when it is ready to drop, just hit us up. Let us know so we can get you back in and talk about it.
Oh, y'all be the first ones. Y'all be the first ones to know about it.
And before we let you go, where can people get in contact with you, connect with you, possibly book you?
Yes. Okay, well, I got, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything is going to be at Indigo Jones 210, Countdown City, baby. And,
of course.
Let's see, you can find the music on any sort of streaming platform. Just type in Indigo Jones. And then my email, indigojones.mm@gmail.com. Hit me up.
Yeah. Say probably the easiest way to find your SoundCloud, and then got videos on YouTube.
Right. Yeah, we got a couple of music videos on YouTube. I'm not hard to find, not hard to reach.
All right, gentlemen, I appreciate both of you coming through. It's been a great night.
Yes, it has, man.
And we gotta get y'all back in here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Anytime.
Get y'all back in
Thanks
here.
for having
Anytime.
us,
Yeah,
man.
appreciate you having us too. Yeah.
Most definitely. Hey, and I'm gonna wrap up this hour with "Used to It."
Oh,
That's the track. That's the track, man.
So what went into the production and recording of this one?
I really needed something that was a little more high energy.
Yeah.
And everything that I was putting on the tape was very mellow. And so I kind of wanted to, and I just kind of wanted, a nice turn up song. I'm going to be making a music video to that one very soon.
Word.
Oh, there's a tease.
Yeah, there's a
little teaser for people.
Yeah.
There you
People
go.
seem to think that Melrose is their favorite as far as overall catchiness, but, with that high energy used to it, you can't really beat it. So I'm going to probably add a visual to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Shit, with only 5 tracks, I had a visual to all of them.
Hey,
Why
who
not?
knows, man? Who knows
You know?
what the future will bring, you know what I mean?
That's why we got that boy Ryan P right here too, man. You're gonna be shooting them all.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for having us, my man.
Oh, definitely. And thank you, Ryan, for shooting everything. We truly appreciate it.
No problem.
And next time we gotta get you behind the mic too and talk about your expertise.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah.
So everybody, music from Indigo Jones. This is Used to It. Do not go anywhere. The second hour of the Urban Suite is coming up next.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Major, you got that classic midnight.
Yes.
Like our guy, I think our guy is our dub, but I could really hear you rocking it right now. Usher,
Yes.
you got it bad.
Yes.
Hold
I
up.
get that
Gosh
all the
dang
time.
it. Hold up. I like it though.
The nice